welcome everyone back to the Crimson 15 podcast. I'm your host, Crimson.
M15 PCA.
Nate 454.
Be sure to like, share, subscribe, and follow us over on Twitter at C15 Podcast. So, we're going to... Carmen Sandiego. We grew up with Carmen Sandiego, the video games on the PC, which I could never win.
No.
I remember playing them in school all the time and just never winning.
I remember the one where you had to type your answer. Oh my goodness, I don't know what I'm doing. I can't do this.
Was there always time travel involved? Or
there was different. That was War in Time as Carmen Sandiego.
Okay, War in Time is Carmen. Yeah,
See,
that's what I remember.
I could barely win the ones that were just in America because I know the States, but when it was the world, like, forget it. I don't know. I'm never going to get
this right. They would use like, ancient times. Well, I don't know that place in ancient times. I don't know.
Then there was a cartoon series. Then there was like a game show.
At the same time it was going on.
And I actually liked the game show. I forget her name. But the black lady that was like the host.
Carmen Sandiego's pack of pestiferous picaroons has struck again. They burgled beneath the bright lights of Broadway in New York City. Okay, agents, we must find Carmen Sandiego. It was so cool.
It was cool.
Go back and watch them. I'm sure they're on YouTube or whatever. Again, it was like a game show, but you had to be smart about like geography and like history dates and stuff. I thought it was pretty cool. I remember watching it. So, Carmen Sandiego is something I've always known about. Then we get this whole reboot, and it's like the Legend Reborn. Legend!
Yeah, she was a bad guy.
That's the thing, and they portray her as a good guy in this. And that's my first hang-up.
Yeah.
Why must we take all the popular bad guys and make them good guys? Venom, he's a good guy. Harley Quinn, she's a good guy. And Carmen Sandiego,
the term is when it's a comic book, they hero it up. And I don't like that. I don't like
do
that.
that. She doesn't need to be heroed up. She could have just been a villain.
Yeah.
And she could have just been stealing just for fun's sake. And that's usually what she does.
And the thing is, she's not killing anyone. She's not doing that. She's just stealing things. I'm not saying that's right, but have someone follow her like it wasn't the original concept of it. You know, trying to search her and trying to track her down.
So here's another thing. So to go into I'll come up with my theories later on, but in the actual trailer, it starts out on a train, and it's that flat, looks like, remember those shows, remember 16?
Yes,
it looks exactly like that.
Yeah, that's right.
Just that flat style, which isn't bad, but in this kind of a cool action show, I wish it had just been something better, a different art style.
I think even cell shaded would have been better, maybe.
It just comes off as childlike,
yeah, the thing
simplistic.
You could say like you said, and it diminishes the fact, it runs smoothly, but it's so simplistic. That's why it's running smoothly with frame rates.
And also to comment on the cell shading, it actually would have looked really good because then you could have done a lot of dark and light
shadows.
Exactly. And that could have been like a good play on Carmen Sandiego because she's always in the shadows.
So I thought I killed the audio. Let me kill that. So she's on a train explaining to some guy, and this is the thing I'm not liking. She's always cool. She's never going to do anything wrong. She's always better than everybody. Everyone else is always dumb. She's always smart. Like, even this situation, this guy looks like he has, like, a laser baton or something. And she looks like she's in control of the situation, not him.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
That's always going to be that way with this show. Yeah. Always.
And also, I know people will say, well, Carmen always was that cool, calm, and collected, but also she had that fault of being a bad guy. That she would steal things because she wanted to steal them.
Yeah.
And she was a woman. This is like, I don't know. What is she, 15? Is she 19? Is she 26?
You can't tell.
It's impossible to tell how old she is.
Exactly. If this was like, if they had her in her original outfit and sitting with her nice hat and like...
Yeah, she had that cool look.
Yeah, it would look really cool. I would
the thing is, they also like, that's almost like romanticizing her, and it's like, we don't do that anymore. This isn't the time of, Bonnie and Clyde, Billy the Kid. That was way back in the day when you romanticize about thieves and stuff.
So apparently there's a thief school.
So lame.
Dumb. So stupid.
The school idea is done.
Because you get out of high school and relationships and of course she's going to be the best in the class and all the girls are going to be in love with her and all the guys are going to be super jealous of her. And
I'm not trying to say this to be flippant, but would it make sense if she was being taught by an old master? Like, I would even say, like, even Peter's dad from Family Guy. I mean, American Dad, I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, that guy, old spy, thief guy, he would have probably been better.
Here's a setup. I know it's been done before in the past. She pickpockets this old man. He's like, oh, you're pretty good. And then he catches her. He used to be a master thief. She's living on the streets. She's eating, out of trash cans. And then he basically takes her in and teaches her everything he knows. Kind of like,
a little bit like Storm, a little bit
like that. So then that's how she learns. Doesn't have to go to thief school.
No.
It's like a huge facility.
And also, how do you even get to thief school? Like, how did
Did
you
you get a scholarship? Yeah. So stupid. It's so they can have stupid high school drama. And that's the only reason why I do it. So, of course, she's number one and best at everything because she's the best at everything.
And she worked alone. Why is she with all these other people?
It's called Vile.
I know. It's such a lame...
And, like, one of the persons, like, this big old nasty fat lady, like, just everything about the school part's going to be horrible. When she's outside of it and she's, like, just Carmen Sandiego doing things, it's so much better. I guess that's after she just grows up or whatever.
Yeah.
But she looks like a little kid here. Maybe 10, 12, 13.
Yeah.
So maybe she's in her 20s, maybe? But basically what ends up happening is they're on a mission against her test. They steal something from this old man, and they're going to kill him. Yeah. She stops him from getting killed. Then I guess that's where she separates from the Thieves Guild or whatever. I'm going to call it the Thieves Guild, but it's called Vile, which is dumb.
Thieves Guild sounds so much better.
Well, Thieves Guild, it makes more, I guess, I don't know. I don't like
the Gray Fox.
Exactly. It's Elder Scrolls. I love that kind of term of, like, it's kind of an old school, like, group of people that still... Also, is it really smart to kill people when you're stealing things? Because it's going to leave evidence.
But that's the thing, too. Carmen Sandiego was never a killer.
And look, who's the violent guy who's going to kill the old man? Of course, it's a dude.
And, of course, he's supposedly white.
Yeah, he's the evil white guy.
I know. It's like it's so easy.
I never thought of Carmen Sandiego as Hispanic. We're Hispanic. I never thought of that.
I never thought.
So they specifically made her Hispanic.
I mean, at least the first name kind of lends to that a little bit. Carmen,
like Spanish.
Spanish. I always thought she kind of might have been, but
I never really thought about it.
You know what's so funny? I think she didn't.
But it wasn't important.
Yeah, she always had light skin. I think too. Like in the
they give her the olive skin here, and then there's a couple shots of her in her classic costume, the red trench coat and the hat.
That.
It's cool. But also as a thief, wouldn't you want to like cover her face up?
I know.
It's so iconic that you would be able to pick her out in a crowd of lady big hat red.
Yeah. You know what's funny? I always, whenever in the cartoon series though, she'd always have her eyes covered up. Yeah, somehow, like her either
glasses
her
or
glasses
shawl.
Or her hair would go in her face.
You're getting like you said, friggin' High School Academy makes the Lupin the Third kind of weirdness going on here.
And it's not working.
No, it's not.
So you see here in the trailer going around all these different places in the world, where she's now. And I guess the whole setup is she knows that the Vile people are exploiting artifacts. Are they going to do a Tomb Raider thing where they're like well, they're not called Tricell or whatever, but they're basically collecting all these things to like make a portal that opens up and they're going to rule the world.
She steals to steal. That's what
she's Tomb Raider.
She's
not a thief anymore. She's Tomb Raider.
This almost could have been Tomb Raider's story.
You could swap Lara Croft into this and it'd be exactly the same storyline.
It might even be better just for that fact because it makes more sense in the Tomb Raider world as opposed to Carmen Sandiego world.
Exactly. So she looks like she has a team. Of course, there's like the kid in the chair who's like the computer person, and it looks like she has a couple of other like idiots on her team. I don't know. She was always a loner and did her own thing. So she's a good guy, but she's not working with the police. Why not work with the police?
Yeah, I know this organization. Let me do this.
Especially if you're, quote-unquote, stealing from one of the bad guys that might do really harm to people. Wouldn't that make sense?
Exactly. And also another thing, too. She actually, in the show, betrays a lot of people she works with.
Oh, yeah. She doesn't care.
Exactly. Like, there's episodes where she betrayed those guys.
Is she going to do anything like that? No, she's going to be the righteous. Even though she's a thief, somehow she's righteous. And it doesn't look like she has any flaws.
And the thing is, she's only doing this because they're even worse than her. Yeah. And she has to make them pay. It's like this weird, like, I don't know. Ugh.
Then we get this inspector guy, and he has like the cokiest French accent. Well, we croissants and
Mamma mia.
That's not Italian. Mamma mia.
You're almost thinking Pink Panther.
Yeah.
I would like to buy a hamburger.
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 Yes. So you are.
It's Zenigata from Lupin the Third.
世界は一家、盗人は皆兄弟。悪党の金は悪党に返しましょう。ルパン三世。くそも。
It's Jean Valjean freaking. Oh, it's that inspector.
From Les Mis?
Yeah, where I have to get my thief and where's Carmen Sandiego? Oh, jeez, this guy's voice is awful.
Yeah,
it's so
tell
bad.
Me he's from Interpol. Just complete it, okay? He's got to be from Interpol, or it doesn't work.
So, and then, there's like, the show, it's cool that she's going all over the place. Like she were in the world, and she's like, oh, you're going to be in Indonesia, you're going to be in here. So that's cool, she's globe hopping.
But that's kind of what she does. That's the theme of it, going around the world.
Are they going to throw in any educational stuff? Because the whole idea of Carmen Sandiego was...
Geography.
It was edutainment. Yeah. It was entertainment that taught you things. So I wonder if they're going to throw in little things like, like back in 1817 in this area, there was like a thing.
The thing is funny about that, because that was part of the guise of children's educational programming. And most of the times that fails shows, but this actually, the original did it beautifully. Oh, yeah. It was entertaining and it was educational. Most don't do that balance that well.
Yeah, it was so good because you didn't root necessarily for her, but she always seemed to escape, and then the agents were almost getting her every single time.
And there was some kind of like romanticism of, I'm going around the world and being this person stealing things. This is a weird kind of I don't know.
Yeah, instead of her being a thief, why couldn't she be more like Indiana Jones?
Yeah.
But that's what it's kind of like. She's Indiana Jones, she's Nathan Drake, she's, Laura Croft, and then, we get, I guess these are her teammates, these two redheads. I'm assuming they're brother and sister, because weren't they brother and sister in the original cartoon?
Yes, they were.
But I think was the sister blonde and he was a redhead? I forget. Yeah. But I do remember there was time travel in that one and everything. Yeah. But of course the girl's kind of dumpy looking, and so she's like, in the forest, you're wearing that big coat? Oh, I gotta have my gadgets. Whatever. And that's the end of the trailer. It's okay.
It's better than She-Ra.
Oh, yeah.
But it's not...
At least, see, Carmen Sandiego, even though I grew up with it, it wasn't like in my heart, I didn't care. Yeah. So they can change it to do what they want with it. Unlike She-Ra, where it's actually something I actually cared about, He-Man and Masters of the Universe actually meant something to me. It's not the worst thing in the world. I just hate the idea of every bad guy has to become a good guy now.
I know.
And we can't just have bad guys.
Nope.
The whole charm,
especially female ones.
Especially females. Speaking of which, you know how interesting her character was? But again, she's kind of like Indiana Jones and all that. The thing made her interesting is that she was bad. That was like her whole point of
and it's like the whole thing, like, why are you doing this? Because I want to. Exactly. Because you're trying to stop me.
There was no grand scheme. Yeah. There was no, I have to stop these bad guys and they're trying to make this weapon or whatever they're saying.
She was like Diabolique, remember that? Yes. That's how she was. She just stole things just to steal them.
Exactly, and I like that, because you make a villain like that, you're like, oh wow, this is going to get interesting, because she loves the chase. She loves the idea of these people
you couldn't do it. But you couldn't do it from her POV. It would have to be the POV from the good guys. Just like the original series, it was the POV of the good guys trying to track her down.
What's so interesting is that the fact that even they tried to make this into a movie, live action, and Jennifer Lopez wanted to play Carmen.
Oh, that would be so cool.
But Jennifer Lopez is a woman. She's gorgeous, and she can do it. And then, but again, would they make her into like this good guy, into this Tomb Raider type character, this sort of Croft character?
You know what? I know the show won't do this, but it would be so nice to see her progression to become a
straight bad guy.
Like I said, outside the stealing, it wasn't necessarily. She didn't do anything else that was really bad. She really didn't.
Wouldn't it be really cool if she, like you were saying, she ends up stopping Val from all those things. She realizes, I'm going to put myself at the head of this thing, and and then she becomes the main bad guy.
But that would actually be
But so this whole time, you're cheering for her. Yeah. Oh, she's the one, she's Robin Hood. She's stealing from the rich, and she's doing the good stuff. But in the end, she was playing everyone, and she wanted to be number one. Yep. And she's the ultimate bad guy. They would never do it. Never, ever, but
that would be interesting, though. That would be
so cool.
That make me want to watch it.
But then they wouldn't be able to sell toys and T-shirts.
Yeah,
and
she'd be the bad guy.
Yeah, she'd be the ultimate bad guy. Well, they do it for Vader. He freaking killed all kinds of people. But well, if you guys would like us to watch this when it comes out and do reviews like I did for She-Ra, we can see what it is if there's enough traction there. But looks okay.
But at least to me, this looks decent.
At least it looks okay.
It doesn't look terrible.
Yeah, when I went into She-Ra, I was expecting garbage and just got mediocrity. Yeah. So I'm thinking mediocrity here. Maybe I get something good. Who knows? Maybe I'll be surprised. But yeah, just okay.
Yeah.
Crimson Sin here. Thanks for watching, and be sure to like, sub, and share. Also, for the most up-to-date information about the podcast, follow us on Twitter at C15 Podcast.